All right, welcome back, guys. It's already a lot of fun right here, and I have a superstar in the house. Banky W is here with me. How are you doing?
I'm nervous.
Why?
Because you're going to spoil our friendship. For anybody watching the show, Ebuka is actually my friend. And we've been talking about doing this interview for a while.
Since January last year.
But I feel like this interview is going to spoil our friendship. So I tried to push it as long as I could. So if this is the end, this is the end. We're going to die there.
I'm going to die on the line. Very welcome. I always ask this for people who come here with glasses. Why do you wear glasses indoors?
Well, I don't wear glasses indoors typically, and you know this, but
Okay.
I wear glasses when I need to shield. You know, the eyes are the first thing that give you away.
Yeah.
And you know that, last night I was hosting my Ciroc Life party, and the 2 nights before I was doing the same thing. So I'm working on like maybe 3 to 4 hours of sleep this entire weekend.
Okay.
And so it just, if they see me now with my eyes and they say, he's not even fine, look, So it's
It's
really
always nice
just,
to see the eyes so that if you lie, we can tell when you blink too much.
Really?
That's
is
what
that
I'm
what it
saying,
is?
yeah. It's all right. I mean, if it works for you. I just wanted to, still taking off from your party. I mean, people call you the king of the Lagos party, and you even call yourself that.
I do.
And yeah, I
do,
mean,
guess,
I've heard that on radio a few times,
Yeah.
and I mean, it's probably a great moniker to have. But do you ever think it's a bad thing?
Do I think it's a bad thing? I mean, not necessarily. I mean, I leave that to people to decide. I just believe in doing what it is you want to do, and I guess maybe everything in moderation. So when I say the king of the Lagos party, it's because there's an experience of like partying in Lagos that I understand and that I enjoy. And I'm not saying like go out and get high or, stumble across the road. And I think I carry myself in a certain way so people don't take that the wrong way. You know what I mean? It's just, it's about having a good time.
Great stuff. How's the music going?
So far, so good.
Are you enjoying yourself?
I'm always enjoying myself. Except for this very moment. Because I know you're going to ask me some things.
I'm asking
No!
I asked about the music because
This show is very legendary. You know that.
I don't know what you're talking
You
about.
put fear in the minds of entertainers.
Stop trying to throw me out.
Robbing minds. It's not robbing minds. It's scaring minds. Okay.
Okay, can I go on
now?
now?
Let me let you do the show. I'm let you do the show.
Thank you very much.
I am happy to be here, though.
I'm
and
sure
I'm very
you are.
proud of you.
Thank you very much.
Except for what you're about to do to me.
He's gonna just let me just not focus.
Okay, I'm ready.
I was asking about the music because I mean, you were an R&B guy.
Yeah.
And I think I had Praise here last week, and we talked about how he sort of shifted his sound, to suit the market. And even though he said he was never going to, you sort of play around with things as well. You now rap. You do a lot of the traditional sort of sound and what we call Afro beats, which I hate completely.
Yeah, I know, because that title actually belongs to Fela.
I mean, it doesn't make any sense to me. Did you make that shift to please the fans or to make money? Like, what was the most important
thing.
for you?
I don't necessarily think I've made a shift per se. I think people that have actually paid attention to my albums will know that I've always put out very versatile albums. People think that I just started rapping. I've rapped on every single album I have ever released. When I was making albums in my dorm room in New York, I rapped on songs. You understand? Now, I think maybe the thing is people pay more attention to singles. So if you don't shoot a video for a song, a lot of people, only your real true fans go and buy the album and listen to, from top to bottom. And I miss the days when people did that. But if they did, then they would know that those things have always been there. The baritone voice I used on Jassy, it was on R&BW, it was on Back in the Building, but only the true fans that really listen to the albums and pay attention would have heard that. So I think now they're probably hearing it a little bit more on singles. And then even the rapping thing, I think what really kind of tipped the scale was the LOS Bad Guy P remix.
Yes.
And people heard the verse and they were like, oh my God, he's rapping, oh. But prior to that, they would always be like, oh, there was an uncredited rapper on Loki or somebody, it just they never made that connection. So I don't even think I made a switch at all. I think I've always been somebody that has tried to experiment and, probably if there was a switch at all, it's been on maybe doing it on singles, on lead singles where I'm doing a little bit more, but.
So you're still like the R&B guy.
Oh yeah. I mean, I don't think I'll never leave R&B music. It's like my first love. Yeah. But you know, I've always been that guy that has been versatile enough to try different things. And I mean, I'm enjoying myself. I'm having a great time.
Yeah. Speaking of
but
R&B,
the R&B will always be there.
Speaking of R&B, you actually never replied Dari, who's your cousin or something. You guys are
Darry's my cousin.
related or something. He called himself the king of R&B, that he doesn't know anybody else who would want to claim that title.
He said that, right?
How come you never replied him? You agreed with him?
I don't think that is necessary. I think, you know, what Olamide said, everybody not king for a lane, Abi. You know what I mean? So, you know, if Dari feels he's the king, more power to him.
You think he's better than you at what you do?
Is this when we get into that part of the interview? No, I think Dari and I make very, very different kinds of music, very different kinds of R&B music even then. And I think that that's fine. So Dari makes like kind of like, he has a classic sound, you know, like almost like a Luther, you know, type of way. And I do something that's entirely different from that. I think if you
more
list,
contemporary.
Yeah, I think if you list like our top 5 songs, like, you know, Dari is not the girl. Like, that's not a Banky W song, and it never could be. But at the same time, Dari wouldn't do a yes, no, or a strong thing or whatever. Yeah. So, you know, maybe there's just, you know, many different kingdoms.
What did you think when you saw that, though?
I laughed, man. I these things are funny to me, and you know, like, you know, I think that. Especially with the R&B thing in Nigeria, I'm so proud that I'm one of the people that has kind of helped open the door. I think the people that are really going to be the kings of R&B are just now coming in the game. Like, people that have heard Shady sing. That boy is the truth.
I'm a huge fan.
You know what I mean? You're a bigger fan of Shady than you are.
I actually am.
You know what I mean? But it's fine, you know. You know, praise is here now. You know what I mean? Shady is coming in. There's Sammy, there's people that, you know, the boys that have really taken that R&B thing, and I really think they're going to go real far with it. So, you know, maybe I'm the king in one lane and Dari is the king in another. I really don't care. Like, I'm proud to be one of the guys that open the door and let these young boys come in. And I'm proud of what they're going to do. Like, I think it's going to be a great time. And I'm having fun, man. I'm rapping now. Maybe I'm going to go, you know, maybe I'm going to find some room on the rap throne. You know what I mean? MI should just give me some chance. Let me do my thing there, too. You know, it's cool. It's all good.
All right. Speaking of younger boys coming through now, let's talk Wizkid. And all of the, I mean, I know you addressed it last year eventually, talking about how he wanted to go international and you had to renegotiate the contract. So how does that relationship work now? Because we're not even sure if he's an EME artist anymore. What is it with Wizkid now? Well,
you know, I think that people tend to make things a little bit more negative than they are. Yes, we renegotiated to a certain extent, but I think that every label head. Put on
your words.
No, every label executive prays for their artists to grow to the point where they want to set up their own label, and they have the ability to do that. So Jay-Z signs Kanye West. Kanye West has good music. Dr. Dre signs Eminem. Eminem has Shady Records. Shady Records signs 50 Cent, who has G-Unit. You know, like, that's the actual natural progression in successful music. So, yeah, you know, I signed Wiz. You know, he blew up, and we're very, very grateful for that. And, you know, now he's doing Starboy, and that's a good thing. That's not a bad thing. So I think the interesting thing is where you're trying to renegotiate to allow the artist to do that, but, you know, to still be on good terms, which is what we've been able to do it with. So, you know, he's still on the team. He's still, you know, we're seeing out the contract, you know, as it is. But obviously, we had to give him some room. I mean, he's a boss in his own right. You know, he's earned the right to sit at the table and to do his thing the way he wants to do it. So I'm so proud of him. I wish all of my artists become as successful. I hope all of my artists become as successful as Wiz, where Shady has a label, DJ Exclusive has a label, Neola has a label. Then my work is done. So it's a good thing.